I don't think it's in any way terribly controversial for me to say I have a great deal of respect for the late David Lynch. Twin Peaks, very excellent show. I should finish it someday. But I think a lot about his, speech. What was it from his memoir? I think I heard him say that out loud at one point too. This idea that a pushback on the common conception that suffering makes for better artists. And I've definitely fell into that trap for a very long time as a much younger person, that like you have to suffer to make something. I do push back on that somewhat, though, his notion, because in truth, I think he's saying something true there, but I think he's being a little reductive, as people often can be. Suffering can absolutely make you a better artist if previously you were lacking the correct kind of suffering to write what you need. But that could be said of joy that you haven't felt before. Art is, or at least writing. My experiences with all that. My God, there are trucks at 3:30 a.m. My experience with all that is very much that you know. I think what he's getting at there is that certainly you should not glorify self-destruction, which is very much what I fell into as in my 20s. But pain is as good a teacher as any. But it's just important to also remember that so is joy, so is happiness, so is a quiet moment, so is something nonsensical and, selfish. It's all there, and if we as artists or authors or anything are engines of simulation, then either through collaboration or through ourselves, we must be able to, walk those different paths, or at least be able to empathize and inhabit them enough that they are felt. And in absence of feeling, writing hollow, pretty words, you can smell them from a mile away. Hacks, frauds, a lot of them. All that to say, I do very much wish when the doctor prescribed me the last line of defense from advanced thrush infection. You know, something to be said about, for all my planning capabilities, I'm quite bad at seeing doctors. I have my own problems. We all do. But I do wish that when she prescribed me this medication and I asked about side effects, you know, I would think the non-literal, the way people take you so literally. It's so frustrating. It's like, what happened to imagery? What happened to a little bit of, abstract thinking? Why are we all so narrow now? But I would think she might think to tell me that, maybe there are some, like the nausea side effects. Sure. I feel like I was fishing for, will I feel like I'm dying? I very much feel like I am going through alcohol detox, but in like a single day. Um, like uh, this is like the culmination of like my heaviest drinking period in 2023. Like sleeping, like those like days sleeping off that alcohol poisoning in a hotel, and but like in like a single pill. I only have to hope it does not last, but I am learning some lessons, my friends. I am learning. I mean, I also dropped to, 50 milligrams of THC. I'm trying to cut back. Also, frankly, when I stopped the lithium and stuff, you know, my tolerance really dropped. I have to wonder if my alcohol tolerance will be lower too. I am fairly I would say delirious, but it's I am only hoping that it's just one of those things where like the first pill, the first couple pills is the worst because I have like a month of this shit. And I don't know how I could function. But also, I think functionally, it's like just purging like everything in my body. It's like a last line of toxin defense. So like I get it, but also fuck. um. Anyway, back to work.